What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we are going to be analysing Manchester City's Champions League victory over Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League. But before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. We're very close now to 21,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. Once more, aiming for over 100 likes, so if we could hit that, that would be fantastic. And also don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you make of this brilliant performance by Manchester City? So let's analyse this game. I'm not going to review the game with everything that happened and the chances. Like, it was on display there for everybody to go and see. We all saw it. I was at the game. I've done a match vlog for you guys to go and enjoy. So unfortunately my review and analysis video has taken slightly longer for me to put out than what I would have hoped, but that doesn't matter. I just wanted to change it up a little bit just so I can speak about the really important bits here of what we took away from this victory for Manchester City. So you have a look towards automatically the stats for this game. City having more possession, more passes, a better pass accuracy, more shots than PSG, more shots on target, more goals as well. It shows a really comprehensive, really confident, really good performance by Manchester City. And to me, the stats don't even tell half the story of how well Manchester City did in this game. Let's just have a look at some facts. Fact is, City went behind in this game. We went behind in the second half. We limited ourselves. We had just, 40 minutes to be able to come back, get a couple of goals against a fantastic Paris Saint-Germain team. This is a team that beat Manchester City a couple of months back, 2-0. They have the individual quality there that can hurt any team in the world. And on their day, if that frightening attacking front three of Kylian Mbappe, Neymar and Lionel Messi, if they're on form and they're on it, they can take a game away from you in an instant. And you have not just one, not just two, but three players to keep you busy and keep you preoccupied. And not only did Man City's defence do a really good job of keeping these three fantastic football players relatively quiet in the grand scheme of things. I mean, to me, there was, three really good opportunities for PSG in this game, and only one went into the back of the net. Whereas with Manchester City, we managed to accumulate ourselves 16 shots, 6 on target, a couple of goals. And quite frankly, if City were feeling clinical enough, and without the quality defending of the PSG centre-back, City could well have had 3 or 4 goals in this game. And so this was just a really good attacking performance from Manchester City, and it demonstrated to me in this game how constantly passing and being on the ball, having really good ball retention, and just being overall quality with what you do with the football shows that is a method of defending in itself. And it sounds crazy to say that, because you automatically think when saying defending that you're on the back foot, that you're having to block shots, you're having to make tackles, you're having to do interceptions, you're having to do this, you're having to do that. And yet Manchester City's way in this game, and it worked really well in this approach to playing a fantastic team like PSG, was to quite simply play our game and keep the ball and play the ball and just do everything that we've come to expect from a Manchester City team being led by Pep Guardiola, which is complete domination when it comes to possession-based football. Now, my only surprise that I took away from this game was City had 54% possession compared with PSG's 46% possession. Now, PSG, they're a top quality team being led by, in my opinion here, a really good manager in Pochettino. I think he's a really good manager. They're my thoughts on him. And I think people get blinded really by that he led Tottenham, didn't win anything for them, that they automatically judge him on that, when actually he does possess a team that wants to attack and be able to bring the forte to the football pitch. And they found it really difficult, I think anyway, PSG in this game. And from that, what I mean is they have that frightening front three, yet they couldn't really get them involved too much. It was pretty much soak up what Manchester City can do and then punish mistakes as that more direct play comes into play. And PSG's more natural game would be to be able to play it around Manchester City. Now, other than that Neymar miss just before Manchester City scored their second goal, I don't recall PSG playing it in and around Manchester City all that often. They found it difficult to feed in their front three. Now, I looked to their bench. They've got players like Verratti, who obviously wasn't fit enough to be starting this game. I'm wondering why he was on the bench, because to me, if you're fit enough to be on the bench, you're fit enough to be starting this game. I thought PSG lacked that little piece of the jigsaw to connect the midfield to their attack, and they couldn't find it all that easy to be able to do that. They had Wijnaldum on the bench too. I found it crazy that he didn't come on in this game. They needed a bit of an engine, someone that's going to turn defence into attack. Now, I look at their team, other than Nuno Mendes, I didn't really think that PSG were connecting up to their front three all that well. It was relying on Manchester City mistakes to make that happen, and that's where their opportunities were coming from. And I don't know if that was PSG's game plan for this game, for that to happen and be patient. It wouldn't surprise me if it was, but yeah, it just seemed to me that Manchester City looked so comfortable in this game, and even when we went behind, Manchester City still just carried on doing what they were doing and trust the process, and through doing that, they were rewarded, and Raheem Sterling was rewarded, getting himself another goal, being in the right place at the right time, bringing on Gabriel Jesus at the right time. I'm often quite critical of Pep Guardiola making subs. He ideal time that. Just 4 minutes after PSG had gone ahead, he brings on Gabriel Jesus, and he was a breath of fresh air when bringing him on, because he was an absolute nuisance to the PSG team, and he was brilliant. I thought the whole team, this was a really good team effort. I've written up this video and I've mentioned individuals, and I want to just kind of stem away from that and just say that this was a really top quality team effort from Manchester City, and every player on that football field did their job for Manchester City and more. They did it so well that it just looked like it was second nature, yet what City were trying to execute was so difficult. I could see it at the game. When City were in attack, their ability, within seconds, it was taking, 3 seconds, that if City give away a silly pass, it goes from that high-pressed, pushed forward high line into a team that then all gets back into position and the formation changes. It takes seconds for City. Yeah, there's definitely been work on that in training and working on that day by day, and to me, fundamentally, that is what sets apart Manchester City and maybe one or two other Premier League teams from the rest. Their ability to be able to do that, to know when they need to defend, to know when they need to attack, and they don't look disorganised through doing it. Now, I don't mean Manchester City here are unbeatable and were so great. I'm just saying that City looks so well drilled, so well organised, that it's going to take one of two things to happen to be able to break down, punish and beat this Manchester City team. Either an exceptional team that can like for like match Manchester City or offer something a little bit different but have got their own game plan and can execute that perfectly, or it's going to take some luck to be able to do that as well. Now, obviously, I'm all about game plans. For the Premier League, to me, that's so important going ahead. For the Champions League, it is a bit different, and certainly different for the group stages, because you're playing for points. You're not playing in a knockout game. When it gets to the knockout games, it becomes even more important with things like urgency and, it gets to points in games where you can get a bit desperate when you're needing to chase games, you're needing goals and you're needing things to happen immediately, yet you've got the reliability in the group stage to rely on other games if things don't go to plan. Just look in Paris. We lost in Paris. It's not the end of the world. We played a good game. We've got the confidence there. Points are there to be won and lost elsewhere. We've overturned that in this game. We've picked up the win. We've topped the group and we've qualified for the last 16. So, job's a good one, really. Yeah, if you're looking at it through a knockout match, that Manchester City would be going out to PSG 3-2 on aggregate. But City aren't bothered about that, and they're not bothered about that because it's the group stage. And yeah, like I said, when it gets to the knockout matches, that will change a little bit with how City will approach the game. But City over the last couple of seasons seem to have just got over their little knockout phase, hoodoo blip that we have, where we put in, quite frankly, mediocre performances against teams that you'd be expecting City to be doing a lot better against. And I'm hoping, touch wood, my desk is made of wood, that City have ironed that out and we're here to make a good account of ourselves in the Champions League this season. Because if we play like we did on a consistent basis, like we did against PSG in this home game at the Etihad Stadium, then I'm very confident that Manchester City can go on to win the Champions League. I look at the other teams. Bayern Munich are a world-class team, never going to rule them out. Liverpool are a fantastic team. Chelsea are a fantastic team. I look beyond that and I think everybody else is beatable. Even them teams I've just named, I'd fancy over 2 legs that we could do a job on them as well. And I think that when City playing like they did yesterday, we had Oleksandr Zinchenko starting as a striker in this game, in a game where we're going up against Messi, Neymar and Mbappe, and we've come out of this game with a win. It's extraordinary. And I think on their day, when City are playing as well as what they are, and they're as well drilled and as organised as what they are more than capable of beating absolutely anybody. They're capable of annihilating teams. I looked at performances at Stamford Bridge, at Old Trafford, at Anfield. We've been scintillating this season. We look so sophisticated. We don't have that aggression and that ruthlessness that we had back in the 17-18 season, yet now we look more organised and sophisticated. We look sharper. We look better. We look more creative. And the team excites me. I really am optimistic when it comes to the Champions League, and I am looking forward now to the next phase, the last 16 of the Champions League. We're group winners. We're going to wait until the last game after match day 6. We'll know exactly who we might be able to play, and we look forward to the Champions League draw, because this is where the work now starts to get even more difficult. It becomes knockout games over 2 legs. And I can't wait. I think City are right up in the mix there of winning the Champions League if we're on it every single game. I want to go and rectify the errors that we made last season, particularly in that Champions League final. And the only way we can do that is to use that loss from that final last year as motivation to spur us on to get to another final and rectify what we did last season against Chelsea in that Champions League final. So yeah, I'm really optimistic when it comes to the Champions League. And as Pep Guardiola said at the end of this game now, all the focus for the next 3 months or so goes towards the Premier League. And these next 3 months are detrimental to deciding who will be taking home the Premier League trophy for the season. So yeah, that's the point that we're at now. It's crucial times here. December's always a big, crucial month. City are just starting to get ahead of steam, starting to get a bit of momentum, getting a run of form as well. And we need to make sure that, basically, we're on it and we're doing what we're capable of, and that's performing to the highest possible standard. And how we played against PSG is right up there as one of our highest performing standards that we've performed so far this season, and arguably under Pep Guardiola, and arguably ever in Manchester City's history as well. So plenty to look forward to if you are a Manchester City fan. So there we go. They're my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's a little bit different to what I normally do with my match review, match reaction and match analysis, but like I said, it's coming out slightly later this one, so I wanted to stick more to the analysis side rather than all the reactions and reviews and everything. So if this style of video is something that you did enjoy, let me know in the comments below, and let me know by smashing that like button as well. That'd be much appreciated. Like I said, aiming for 100 likes, so any help towards that would be fantastic. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below of what you made of this victory for Manchester City. Subscribe if you're new around here, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Let's get to 21k subscribers ASAP, less than 100 subs away. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Plenty more football and Manchester City content to come. Also, do not forget social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries, and I'll see you all again for the preview for the upcoming Premier League game at the weekend against West Ham at home, which will be up tomorrow for you guys to enjoy. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everybody's safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now. Go and check out my vlog from this game as well if you haven't done so already. See you soon.